The European Space Agency's SpOC 4 competition uses a lunar tomato theme to frame 3 months of high-stakes orbital mechanics and complex set-packing equations. Running from April through June 2026, the event was organized by the European Space Agency and GECO, attracting global experts in astrodynamics and numerical optimization. The Lunar Tomato Logistics Challenge required teams to design transfers for moving payloads from Earth orbits to specific lunar destinations within strict mass and time constraints. For the Keplerian Tomato Traveling Salesperson task, teams calculated minimum time routes to collect assets scattered across the lunar environment. A third tiebreaker, Lunar Tomato Advertising, required spacecraft in periodic orbits to time their occultations so they could spell out a Morse code message to Earth. Team fcmaes, represented by Dr. Dietmar Walls, finished 4th overall out of 17 ranked teams, recording a global score of 56.4444. Direct and Sirius secured their leaderboard positions by replacing these baseline physical models with more efficient mathematical equivalents. Many optimization practitioners fall into a common trap. They attempt to optimize the problem exactly as it is presented physically. This is known as the nominal problem. When a model hits a performance bottleneck, the default response is to throw more compute at it, tuning hyperparameters, using Gurobi polishing on local neighborhoods, or increasing the search time. In these environments, the mathematical representation of the problem dictates the solver's performance ceiling. If a pipeline plateaus, the mathematical framework itself is likely restricting the search space in a way that no amount of solver tuning can overcome. This ceiling was reached quickly during the matching I and I challenges. These were weighted 3D matching problems, where the goal was to select triples of Earth, Moon, and destination endpoints without any collisions. Team fcmaes initially built a direct binary integer linear programming model for the 92,103 transfers in Matching 2, mapping variables directly to physical triples. They applied high-intensity tactics, dynamic MIP focus, blocker diagnostics, and local neighborhood polishing to force the objective value higher. The search stalled at an objective value of 72,711. Despite advanced heuristics, the solver found no further improvements. A blocker analysis revealed the model was completely rigid, finding 0 successful moves within this physical framing. The model correctness and incumbent quality had formed an unbreakable ceiling. Continuing with the direct ILP approach was a dead end. To move past the plateau, the team translated the 3-dimensional matching problem into a maximum weight independent set problem. In this new model, every physical transfer becomes a single graph vertex. If 2 transfers share an endpoint, they receive a connecting edge to represent that collision. Finding a valid matching is now mathematically identical to finding an independent set on an undirected conflict graph. This abstraction provides access to mature solvers capable of 2-for-1 moves, greedy repairs, and D-core recombination, operations impossible to execute in the original ILP formulation. By starting the search without an existing incumbent, the team avoided anchoring the new solver to the previous ceiling. The MWIS reformulation produced an immediate jump, reaching scores over 73,714, a result the original direct ILP model had failed to attain even with intensive tuning. Even with a better representation, off-the-shelf solvers often have internal mechanics that limit the effectiveness of the search. For the independent set problem, fcmaes used the chill solver, which allows for the injection of an external incumbent solution to speed up convergence. A source-level audit showed chills clones a supplied incumbent into 15 of 16 parallel processing slots. This protects the best solution, but destroys search diversity. With 15 threads doing the exact same thing, exploration stops. Team fcmaes patched the solver with partial seeding and perturbation flags. This forced the parallel threads to diverge and explore different regions of the graph while still respecting the incumbent. They also exposed the directed edge limit to accommodate the 2.5 million edges found in the Matching 2 instance. Fully utilizing a mathematical reformulation requires adjusting the solver's internal mechanics to match the new landscape. This pattern of reframing the problem was used across every challenge in the competition. In the Keplerian Tomato TSP, generic Euclidean search produced tours that ignored timing in orbital physics. The team reframed the task into a prograde retrograde phase grammar, which used physical inclination boundaries to logically group the orbits. In the advertising tiebreaker, the goal was to use lunar orbital occultations to spell a message in Morse code. While the physical rules involved complex three-body astrodynamics, the team realized these mechanics were not the primary obstacle. They reframed the task as a pure sparse signal reconstruction problem, using a dictionary of phase pulses to find the minimum number of spacecraft needed. Across each of these disparate tasks, the key was stripping away the physical descriptions and finding an isolated mathematical framework. The results of the fcmaes campaign show the direct impact of choosing the right abstraction. 3D matching became a conflict graph. Coupled logistics was split into independent physics and assignment tasks. A generic TSP became a phase grammar, and orbital dynamics became sparse signal reconstruction. This strategy allowed the team to secure 4th place overall and tie for the best raw spacecraft count in the tiebreaker. For applied optimization, 3 rules emerge. First, prioritize validator forensics. Ensure you are optimizing for the exact metrics the official score uses, even if a cleaner residual is available. Second, do not accept the nominal physical framing as the algorithmic reality. Search for a mathematical equivalence that simplifies the search space. Third, once the representation is correct, adjust the solver's internal heuristics to preserve search diversity and prevent premature convergence. The SpOC 4 campaign illustrates that for teams facing hardware or time constraints, the choice of mathematical abstraction remains the most decisive factor in breaking an optimization plateau.